Thanks very much for tuning in to The Close. Let's get to hot picks. First, before we get to hot picks, how could I ever put anyone in front of you, Stephanie? Stephanie Hughes of Bloomberg joins us now. Stephanie, you've got some TSX stocks on the move. Take it away, please.
That's right, Andy. Happy Monday. So I'm looking at Methanex today. Methanex shares fell as much as 12% today, and that was the biggest intraday drop since June 2020. And what happened here is that the methanol producer agreed to purchase OCI's methanol business in a deal that's worth over $2 billion. So a Raymond James analyst called this deal attractive and strategic for Methanex, however, and said that it also bolsters the company's low-risk, low-cost business model. However, he also flagged that there is an obvious trade-off here, and that is the company's long-awaited buyback plan will now have to be likely be shelved until the company can delever and get back into its targeted leverage range. So it seems like traders are really reacting to that latter detail there, and they're looking at some of the short-term details in the meantime, or that detail in the meantime, before this deal really has a chance to contribute to Methanex's business strategy here, Andy.
And BRP, I see one of the things the company's working on is, of course, they warned about profit last week, cut their profit estimate, but the company is working hard to roll out electric motorbikes. And I like the sound of electric motorbikes. They're quieter again.
Yeah, they sound cool and futuristic, and it feels like it was just on Friday, and actually, in fact, it was just on Friday that we were talking about BRP. Today, those shares continued a 5-day decline, this time falling as much as 6.9%, which, for those keeping track, that brings shares back down to levels not seen since December. And that's because the recreational vehicle maker was hit with a slew of price target cuts and downgrades yesterday and today from places like Stifel, Scotiabank, CIBC, I could go on. BRP has had a rough go of things lately. Like you mentioned, they cut their full year 2025 normalized earnings per share guidance by pretty much in half. So analysts in general said that the guidance cut was expected, but it was the magnitude of the cut that really kind of caught them off guard here. So the company was downgraded late last month as well, so this is an extension of that. And the company's performance lately has just been a far cry from 2021, when we were seeing a bigger demand for ATVs, skidoos, all those fun cottage toys that I myself enjoyed when I was a young lady visiting Timmins up there. So management was really hoping to keep up on this momentum and keep the demand alive, but they've run into some snags. So it seems like a lot of it depends on the popularity of these electric motorcycles that you just mentioned there, Andy.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the story about your colleague Mark Mann, and apparently BRP polled its customers, do you want electric vehicles? And about 85 to 90% said, yeah, bring it on. But then when they were told the vehicles might cost more and have more weight and less range, apparently the interest dropped to 10 to 15%. So the battery is a real limiting factor here, it seems, for electric motorbikes.
For sure, yeah, and that's an incredible drop in demand for that kind of vehicle. And I remember the story when this electric vehicles first came out was that the infrastructure just wasn't quite there as far as charging ports and all that. So it's I think it's still going to be a tough sell for some of the clients out there, but at least initially, like you mentioned, there was a big demand there, Andy.
Ducati, the legendary Italian motorbike maker, apparently they are going slow on electric motorbikes because they want to see a denser battery. Because I guess for a motorbike, the battery has to be pretty darn light, but you do want a lot of energy in there. So BRP has come out with this proposed or new products, e-motorcycles, the Can-Am Pulse and the Can-Am Origin, but they range up to $16,500. I'm not sure if that's US or Canadian. Yeah. And so that's quite a bit more expensive than equivalent gas-powered motorbikes.